Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through to DuePoint today. We are live right now. Thank you for everybody that's tuned in live today. We're ready right near spring now. We can feel it in the air. Can you feel it outside? This morning I walked outside, I went, summer's coming. I love summer. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite time of year. But for the next 40 odd minutes, we're going to be talking about DuePoint. That's why you're here this evening, or this morning, this afternoon. Darn it. You see, we present at night, in the mornings, and the afternoons. I don't know where I am anymore. I've just come out of a 2-hour presentation, so I'm all over the place. But folks, DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're a listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company. You can find us on the JSE under Conduit Capital. And we were first established in 1952, so we're nearly 65 years old as an insurance company. And so you're not dealing with some kind of startup here today. You are dealing with a very well-established financial services company. We are, of course, a registered and authorized financial services provider. There's our FSP license over there. Take some time afterwards. Go and look at all of our licenses next to our front door and our associations. Be comfortable with who you're dealing with here today. In addition, I want you to be comfortable with the team here. The most important part of an aspect of the team is that we're right here. We are, in fact, in South Africa. This is a homegrown South African company. You're not dealing with someone from America or Russia or Australia or China or something like that. You can find us Monday to Saturday in this building. We have a telephone number. We have an email address. We have a client service department. This is real deal stuff here. And we want to give you that sense of trust and comfort before we continue. This is me over here, Brendan Benfield, the best looking and in charge. I'm the senior executive here. I founded this division in Constantia, and I've been in the business for 20 odd years in the financial services space. I'm a chartered accountant as well. This is Tim over here. He's our other chartered accountant. You can spot the chartered accountants in this picture, can't you? See, 3 know what are going on and 2 don't, okay? Tim is the other chartered accountant. He comes out of the banking sector, spent 15 years with the first RAND group, RMB, FNB, before I convinced him to give up his banking job and come join us here and do some real work. Then we have Stacey over here. Stacey's our resident auditor, chartered accountant, comes out of Deloitte, worked both locally and internationally for them before joining us. Then we've got Jane. Jane is from the UK originally, but has spent the last decade here in South Africa. She's our direct selling expert. And then we've got Rob. Rob ran his own digital design company for nearly 20 years called Wired, specialized in the financial services space, which is where we're at today. That's the team. Now, what is it that we do here at DuePoint? Well, we have 2 objectives. Our primary objective is that we want to put into the hands of South Africans a tool they can use to create sustainable and recurring income. In South Africa today, we have neither control, nor sustainability, nor reliability. In our economy, as we see it right now, it's shrinking, it is in crisis, and we see more and more people losing their jobs. 433,000 people became unemployed between January and June this year. 433,000. That is a remarkable number. It means that if you have a job, no matter how qualified you are, and you might feel invincible because you're a chartered accountant or an actuary or an economist or a doctor, I can tell you, you're in the same queue as everybody else, the queue of potential future unemployed. That's what's happening, not only in our economy, but around the world right now. Around the world, the formal employment sector has failed most economies. It worked for about 200 or 300 years, and it has now started to fail us, and we're now starting to be forced as individuals in all countries, but particularly in ours, to start thinking about the generation of income in a different way. We do not have any control as employees of our income. At the end of every year, somebody else decides how much you're going to earn. Somebody else is going to give you your increase, your promotion, or your bonus, not you. That same person is probably going to be the person who tells you you're retrenched when the business is closing down. That's what happens in a shrinking economy. Less and less businesses open every year. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. And another thing about our jobs is that we always earn less than we need to survive on. I kind of joke, there's been a couple of articles written recently where they say that jobs create poverty. Everybody wants more jobs, but more jobs will create more poverty. We know that right now it costs about 7,000 to 8,000 rand a month to feed a family of 4, but the average income in South Africa is 4,500. That means half the income, or you only earn half of what you need to cover the cost of just feeding a family. That's what it means. What are we using to bridge the gap? What are we using to bridge the gap? At the moment, we've become professional debtors. That's what, in South Africa, we're pros. If there was the Olympics for debt collection, we would be in it, and we would be getting gold. And I say that in the world, we are one of the most diversified economies with regard to debt. We have debt for everything. Food. clothes, telephone accounts, let alone cars and houses and personal loans. And we have debt for everything because we simply cannot bridge the gap between what we earn and what we need. We've had to put this piece in. Now, what we want to do is we want to take that piece out. If we can put in your hands a tool you can use to create controllable, sustainable, reliable income, well, then we believe we can eliminate this issue in your life and replace it with income that's yours. Then we hope that in time we can start spreading that a little bit more. Create free cash flow for you. That's cash in addition to your expenditure that allows you to handle the stuff that comes up all the time in life. The broken car, the kid that gets sick or injured, the granny that dies that you have to contribute for the funeral for. All of these things that are just happening all the time, the tap that breaks in the house. We want to put you in a position where those are not opportunities for more debt, but rather opportunities that are covered with cash. We've already got guys who are here at DuePoint that have got that sort of income and have told us how their lives have changed already. One of them had a windscreen smashed. Someone tried to break into the side window, smashed the window. That would have been a 3,000 Rand problem in the past. It's 3,000 Rand, it changed already. No, they went and they paid and got it fixed. They said never in their life have they been in a position where they could just drive in and say, put a new windscreen in for me. And they're in that position now. That's what we want to create. And then playing the long game. And that's something we don't do in South Africa. We've got such long lists of problems that retirement is off the screen at the bottom. We don't look at it. We don't think about it. This is across the spectrum. Don't think you're special. No matter where you come from, what job you have, race, creed, sex, religion, you're not thinking about retirement. You're not. We just don't, as a culture in South Africa, think about retirement. But it is a reality. That train has left the station the moment you were born. Somewhere along the line, you're going to be forced into retirement or choose to become retired. And at that point, who covers your expenditure? For generations, we have lent on our children to cover our costs during our retirement, and we want to change that. If over the course of your life you're able to use this tool to create an income, then when you retire, that income continues to come in. It's recurring and stable and reliable, which means that you don't have to lean on your children. Perhaps you could even support them during your retirement. That is what we want to create. That is our primary objective here at DuePoint. Our secondary objective is we're creating a 21st century company. We're innovating a system that allows our customers to connect directly to us on a 24-hour basis. We don't want you to have to wait for our doors to open to be connected to us, and we don't want to limit you to this office here in Bryanston. We want you to be connected to us wherever you are in the world. With those two objectives in place, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system is very simple. What it does, it allows you as an individual to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you have a single task: to connect individuals to DuePoint. That's it. Not selling, not marketing, not advertising, not advising, none of these things. Okay? This is not one of those things you've done in the past or heard about or been warned about. Okay? That's not what this is. You don't get to be a listed and licensed insurance company and do stuff like that. This is an opportunity where you do one thing for us. You connect individuals to us. And I'm going to show you how you do that in a minute. But by connecting individuals to us, you create for us market penetration. Market penetration results in channels of distribution for us into which we as DuePoint come, not you, we, and we facilitate the purchase of our products. By doing that, we obviously create revenue, and that revenue leads to that recurring extra income I've been talking about. Now, why is it recurring? Well, there was a fundamental cornerstone principle that we built into our system. We did not want here today, gone tomorrow income that everybody always complains about. You know, I used to do this thing, and then I earned, and then I didn't, okay? We don't do that. The reason we don't do that is because we don't peddle goods here. You're not going to be buying boxes of goods that you have to try and sell on to your friends. That's not what happens here. That creates recurring expenditure because every month you have to buy stuff and you might not be able to sell it. Okay? Well, great news. No selling and peddling of goods here at DuePoint. We use financial services and lifestyle products that you can have for your whole life but run on an automated computerized debit order system, which means that every month, whether you're lying in hospital because you got ran over by a car or lying on a beach somewhere because you don't want to work anymore, that debit order is going to raise. And when it raises and it's paid successfully, your income comes in every single month. Secondly, our system was being designed to allow you to create something, a channel that generates income for you on a 24-hour basis. For too long, we have been locked into a system that only allows us to earn during our 8 hours of daylight. You know what it's like. The moment you put your tools down at the end of the day, whatever those tools may be, that's when your income earns. You lose your job, your income stops. You can't work anymore, your income stops. We have created a system that allows you to leverage the time and skills and energy of others in generating income every hour of the day. You might be extremely busy, okay? Everybody is extremely busy. So again, people say, I'm very special. I have a special job where I just work so many hours. I don't have time for anything, okay? Welcome to the club, all right? All of us are working ridiculous hours, and we're not earning enough despite the hours that we work. All of us. I have discovered this over time. I thought I was very special, that I used to work more hours than everyone else, and then I discovered, no, they're working the hours with us. But I've got a little bit of time. I got a little bit of time. And if I can get a little bit of time from a whole bunch of people, I got a whole lot of time to generate income for me at all different times during the day. DuePoint is 24 hours a day. You will be amazed at how many people become wealth engineers at DuePoint between midnight and 6 in the morning. I don't know what they're doing, but there's people out there, and that is what becomes part of the channel that you begin to create for us here at DuePoint. Folks, so importantly, I can tear my hair out. This is not an employment contract, okay? You are free. All right, go forth free. This is not an employment contract. You are completely independent of us, all right? This is simply a tool that we put in your hands. And we say, here's the tool. You go use it. You can use it whenever you like. You can use it for 15 minutes a week or 15 hours a week. I don't care. It's your tool. You will use it. Now, I'll say for my Facebookers out there, I'm officially banning Facebook in DuePoint. We see these wonderful things. Hi, I am so-and-so, so-and-so. I now work for DuePoint. No, you don't. Nobody works for it. I've got 8 staff members. You can meet them all afterwards. We have got all the people we need. Thank you very much. Don't start a Facebook page, DuePoint Recruitment. You are not recruiting. That might have been something you did in the past for these other things where you had to buy boxes of stuff, and I'm not allowed to say what they are. And it may be, but here, there is no recruiting, no sponsoring, no hiring. No, it is a tool. That's all it is. You remain completely independent of us, and you can do what you like with it. There's the tool. Go and use it, and you decide. So it is fully flexi time for you. There is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer. This is a critical statement. I think few people understand it. People think that, oh, we're going to take all your money and run. Folks, there is no cost to being a wealth engineer at all at DuePoint. There's no startup cost. There's no starter kit. There's no starter manual that you have to buy. There is no monthly marketing fee, admin fee, business fee. There's no fee for application forms. You simply as a product owner here at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer. And the cost of our product is the same cost as if you went straight to Constantia and bought it directly from them. There is no premium or extra cost that you pay to be a wealth engineer. But by becoming a wealth engineer through DuePoint, you get all this entire system without risk, financial risk to you. That's important to note. People struggle with it. They think that we're going to take their money from somewhere. We're not. It was one of those foundational stones we put in where we said we want to design a system that does not create economic loss for South Africans like they have suffered so much already. We want to change that for them. It also does not require any particular qualification or experience. You are not representatives of ours. You are not brokers. You are not financial advisors. For my Facebookers again, I'm the new financial advisor at DuePoint. No, you are not. You do none of these. You're not even marketers of ours, okay? You are free from all of these embarrassing tasks. I speak mainly to people of my pigmentation, okay? You see, when you get my pigmentation, you have to go get to the dermatologist and get these tattoos put on you. They've got to burn stuff off of you, okay? It's a price we have to pay. But when I talk to people of my pigmentation, they are so embarrassed. My name is my brand. I am not selling anything to any of my friends, okay? First of all, your name is not your brand. It's not making you any money. But second of all, no selling at DuePoint. Fantastic. No brokering, advising, or anything like that. You're completely free in our system. Everybody can become a wealth engineer in the DuePoint system. You are building an asset with us, and that is real. We don't bandy that statement around. This is a real statement. Because you create channels that have recurring income in them, you now have something that can be priced. If it was here today, gone tomorrow income, you can't price that. But because it's recurring, you can price it. Because you can price it, you can sell it. You can transfer it, and it is going to outlive you. When you pass away, it'll be handed over to your children, and they will continue to earn off of what you have created here at DuePoint. Our hope is to create legacy in South Africa. That's something that can be transferred from generation to generation. Up until now, we've never had that. We've never had that. Even the ones where you have to sell to your friends, that's not legacy because your kid might be a bad salesperson. You know, here, you've got a channel that has recurring stable income that will be passed on. And it is yours. It is your channel, your asset with us. Folks, as I've said, you pay no part at all in the sales transaction here at DuePoint. You do not, that is our task as DuePoint. We do the selling. You don't do any selling of our products. And you need to remember that for the pop quiz at the end when you come to me and say, when I'm selling your products, and I'm going to smack you over the head and say, no, you never sell our products. That is what we at DuePoint do. Okay, you are put into a system of complete convenience. We've eliminated all the things that result in the stigmas and the hatred for multi-level network marketing and direct selling. We've got rid of all of that. This is not even remotely like those systems. We've put it into a system that means that you've got one task to do for us. Just connect people to DuePoint. Now, how do you connect people to DuePoint? There's 4 ways. There's only 4 ways. Facebook is banned and not one of them, okay? WhatsApp is also not one of them. Gumtree is also not one of them. But here are the 4 that you've got to connect people to DuePoint. 1, you can go outside and buy a USB stick. It's got our presentations on it. It's 150 Rand. You plug it into a smart TV or computer and bang, there I am, full makeup, ready to do the presentation for you, okay? Second way is if you're in Gauteng and you can get here, you can put people in this room. Monday through Saturday, we present. Night times, lunch times, mornings, we present out of here, and you can connect your associates to us here. Then thirdly, and most importantly, our YouTube channel. Now, if you've never used YouTube, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. Okay? YouTube is our single most powerful resource. Every single one of our presentations, training, conferences, everything we do is filmed and put on our YouTube channel. Every resource you need is there. It means that 24 hours a day, anywhere in the country, you can be connecting individuals to us. I promise you, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm still ready to go. You click the button, there I am, we'll do the presentation for you the best we can. You can go pick your favorite one. All of our presentations are there, and you can use it. Now, what I get a lot, and we're going to change this, we are, even if I have to do it 1,000 times, we have to change this, is people believe, particularly in Gauteng, that the only way they can convince their friends that this is a legitimate business is by bringing them here. When they've seen the bricks and the mortar, now they'll believe it's legitimate. So I'm going to ask you a question this morning. Who of you have been to Google's head office? No one. Oh, but we're happy they're legitimate, are we? Are they legit? Okay, all right. So but we've not been to their head office. All right. Any of you been to Facebook's head office? No, but you're happy they're legitimate. Hey, if you tell your friends about Facebook, you're not worried, like I can't tell them until I've shown them the head office. Okay. I could probably give you 1,000,000 examples, all right? We have to change the mindset that they have to see the bricks and mortar for this to be. No. DuePoint is completely online. You're just part of our live studio audience today, and I say that quite honestly. You're just watching me present today's, you're watching me today record today's presentation. That's all you're doing today. There is no legitimacy in our building. I could change offices tomorrow. Would that change who we are? No. This business exists online, and our YouTube channel sets you free. Bryanston is a very inconvenient location. This is a system of convenience. You click that button, you pick your favorite presentation. There's a new one every single day. And you click it, and there we are. Now, that's the third way. The fourth way you connect people to DuePoint is through our live streams. If you want people to see us live every day, no problem. Every presentation is live streamed. So if you're at work, at home, in a coffee shop, at church, no problem. If you've got a screen, a tablet, a smartphone, and an internet connection, you can watch us live every day out of here, as we have hundreds and hundreds of people around the country doing so today already. So there's 4 ways. That's how you connect people to DuePoint. Do you tell them about our products? No. Are you having to sell or market? No. You just say, are you in the market for more income? Yes. Watch this video. What about their products? Shh, watch this video. That's all you got to do. Connect them to DuePoint, a system of convenience for you. Now, as you do that, some of the people you speak to, not all of them, not all, some of the people that you speak to are going to say, hey, I catch the vision. I understand what they're trying to do here. I want to get involved and become wealth engineers. When they do, we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These people go out, they do exactly the same thing. They connect people to DuePoint. Some become wealth engineers and are allocated to you. This happens over and over again, and over time, you end up with droves of people around the country, as we have already happening with many of our channels, with people connecting people to DuePoint. We come along then as DuePoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel of distribution you've created for us, and your income is born. Now, what's very important to note is this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Now, I love it. People come to me and say, Brendan, this better not be one of those get-rich-quick schemes, but I know in the back of their heads they're going, I hope this is one of those get-rich-quick schemes. 99. Why do I know this? Because 90 days later they go, I'm not rich yet, this doesn't work. Okay, folks, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a scheme. It's not a scam. It's not a shape you've read about in a newspaper. It is none of these things. This is a legitimate, genuine income-earning opportunity. We are a regulated, listed, and licensed insurance company. We didn't slip this past everybody. Okay, this is a genuine opportunity, but like all genuine opportunities, your career, starting your own business, the price you're going to pay here is time. That's it. People say, Brendan, this is too good to be true. What's the catch? Here's the catch. It's time. You are going to have to commit time and energy and thought to this if you want to succeed and change your future with DuePoint. But what it is it's now an option you didn't have before. You didn't have any other option. I know, otherwise we'd all be doing it, other than surviving in your jobs. Now, nobody at DuePoint is going to take your job away. Nobody here is going to say, quit your job. That would be ridiculous. What we do is we give you the add-on. That piece that can now become the bridge and that can now start changing your future. That's what we do here. Now, there's two ways that we do that at DuePoint. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you $27.50 every time somebody in your channel makes a product payment successfully via debit order, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So, for instance, you went out, you chat to some of your friends, some of them catch the vision, they want to become wealth engineers, they make their product payments, and you get $27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. It's not 1 Rand, it's not 5 Rand, it's not 12 Rand. I've seen all of those. This is 21st century numbers. 55 Rand every month for every product that is paid successfully. These folk go out, they chat to a few of their friends, some of them become wealth engineers, and over time they make their product payments. Again, you get $27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. In this particular example, you've been here for 5 minutes. And if you add up those dots, handful of them on the screen, you're now earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. It is not going to change your life, but you're already feeling it. Now, as you put some more time and energy and effort into your channel, it starts to grow. You earn from that point forward on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But there is no limit to how much you can earn and how big a channel you can grow with the DuePoint system. From the 8th point on, as long as you're qualified to earn, you will always earn 4% of $27.50. Now, if you want to understand how to qualify to earn, go and watch our 6-minute video on how to qualify to earn. That's how complicated our system is. It takes me 6 minutes to explain it to you. Okay? Go and watch that video and you will understand what I mean. Where you're qualified to earn from the 8th point onwards, you will always get 4%. You build a 25-point channel, 4% on all the payments. You hand it over to your children, they build a 50-point big channel over their lifetime. No problem. As long as they're qualified to earn, they'll earn on all of those points at 4% of $27.50. This is how we're going to create that legacy that is out there, and this is how we do not limit your potential here at DuePoint. So practically speaking, how much do you and can you earn at DuePoint? It's an impossible question to answer. Every single one of you is going to be growing your channels at a different rate. Some of you, most of you, are not going to do anything. You're going to be high-fiving me at the end of this presentation, watch, and like, I'm in, and all of that jazz, and 90 days from now, poof, gone. Why? Well, I had to put time and effort in, and I'm not big on time and effort, okay? This sounded great, but then I realized there was a bit of work involved. Yeah, it's genuine. It's not like Facebook that promises you 100,000 after 3 months. No, this is work, genuine, sustainable, stable income that we're creating here. All right. Some of you are going to grow at a nice medium rate, and some of you are going to shoot the lights out. So how do I tell you how much you can earn? I don't know. We went away, we took 2 decades of information, and we worked out what we believe is a conservative and reasonable rate of growth. We call it the 3+2 growth rate, and it says that in your first month with us, you put just 3 people on your first point. That's hardly onerous, 3 people in your first month. And then every month thereafter, you put 2 people in, 1 every 2 weeks on average. And if you do that persistently, month after month, and work with your teams, and we apply lapses and cancellation rates and people not doing 3+2, we reckon that after 6 months, you can reasonably and conservatively expect to be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. That's 30,000 Rand a year that you're earning. Yeah, it's not life-changing, but it's 30,000 Rand extra a year, and you've done it by putting 2 people a month on your first point and working with your small team, and you're up to 2.5 grand a month. Now, if you can push through to 12 months, we reckon you'll be earning around 9 to 10,000 rand a month. That's 120,000 rand a year. You've done it by spring next year. Spring next year, 12 months. Who can survive the 12 months? Well, that's a decision you'll have to make. It's not really that long. It's not really that long, but I mean, at 6 months, you're only earning 2,500 rand. Do you give up and quit then? Well, I'm going to leave that decision up to you. It's one that's often made, I can't do this. It's too hard. I spoke to people, they said no. Wonderful thing about DuePoint, you get 51 million tries at it. Because there's 51 million people in South Africa. 51 million tries, okay, that you get. If you can stick to it, everything changes. A year from now, in addition to your monthly salary, you could be getting 9 to 10,000 rand a month. What does that feel like? Can you picture it right now? What would an extra 10 grand feel like right now in your bank account every single month? That'll be an outcome you will dictate. You will dictate that outcome. You will choose what to do. If you can do 2 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 27 to 30,000 rand a month, 360,000 rand a year. 2 years, not 3 months, 2 years. If you can do 3 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 45 to 50,000 rand a month. That's 600,000 rand a year. If you can do 4 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 60 to 65,000 rand a month, 720,000 rand a year. That's already beyond the aspirations of most people. We've done it in 4 years. If you can do it in 5 years, if you could do 5 years with us, we reckon you'll be on about 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's R1 million a year. You've done it in half a decade. You're now in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. It's taken 5 years of determined energy, time, and thought. This is no get-rich-quick scheme. But the control is in your hands. Now we get many different responses to this. People say to me, the majority, takes too long. You'll be surprised. You'd think it would be the other way around, but no. The majority of people say, Brendan, there's no ways. Facebook promised me 100,000 after 3 months. Yeah, that's not real. It's not real. It's not sustainable. And I can't help you. Because it's genuine, you are going to have to put the months and the years in. How many years have you spent in your employment? How many? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years? You know, I speak to people all the time about this, and they say, Brendan, no, I'm not going to do that. What I need is a job. What you need is a job? Okay, so let me understand this correctly. You want to go back to the thing that puts you in the position you're in right now, unemployed and destitute. Folks, 5 years is nothing. It is absolutely nothing. But when you're in it, it can feel like a long time. But you've got to put your heads down and do the work. Now, the alternative I get is no one's ever going to earn this. This is just marketing. No one earns 100,000 rand a month out of this business. Everyone fails. All right, bad news. We already have people earning this much at DuePoint, and this division opened 17 months ago. Okay? And we've already got people earning this amount and more. But it was a good question. In the beginning, we had to ask ourselves that question too. This was just maths. We tried to be as conservative as possible. We believed we were quite accurate. But let's look at it on the ground. Every month, we pick a sample of people from around the country. They're different every month. You can see them. But this is this month's sample. We've got Malu up here. His name is too long for this presentation. He's from Gauteng. Fantastic testimony. Joined us 9 months ago. Hugely skeptical. Did not accept that this could be legitimate. Tested it for 2 months. Was surprised to see that we delivered on our promises. We actually paid him. Surprising, yeah. 65-year-old insurance company actually standing up to its promises. Okay. We paid him, and he was happy. And then he went, hang on a second, this is real. I better get stuck in. And so for the second 7 months, he got stuck in. And 9 months down, he's got a channel worth 10,000 rand a month. Now, I said 6 months to 2,500 and a year to 9 to 10,000. And he's 9 months in, of which he really didn't do anything in the first 2 months. And he's only 10,000 rand. Second person we've got is Zongizwe. She's from Kwamashu in KZN. Unemployed for 4 years. Unemployed for 4 years. She went to her husband and said, cancel the DSTV. I need the money. I'm getting started with DuePoint. And I will pay for DSTV through my earnings from DuePoint next month. Look at her start date with us. 4 months. 4 months to 12,000 rand a month. I said it would take 6 to get to 2,500. I still stand by that. I don't think you should be aiming for this. I think she's quite remarkable. She's certainly got time on her hands. She's unemployed, so she can do 10, 12 hours a day at this. You might not be able to do that. You might have an hour a week. That's fine. An hour a week, you use the tool, and you start chipping away. This lady has created a channel worth 12,000 rand a month to her in 4 months. Then we have Siyabonga joined us 6 months ago. He's got a channel worth 12 grand in 6 months. 6 months of hard labor and effort, and he's earning 12 grand a month. Well, how many problems does it solve when you get an extra 12 grand a month on top of your salary? Maybe you're good for 5 grand though. Maybe that's the best you ever get. Maybe you've got no social skills, you don't know how to do this, you're just terrible. And the best you ever get out of DuePoint is 5,000 rand a month, 60,000 rand a year. What does an extra 60,000 rand a year do for you? What does it do for you? We don't have to have 100,000 rand a month. Yes, we'd like that, but that's not what we need as a country and as an economy. Imagine if everybody in South Africa got an extra 5 grand a month. How would that change everything? And that's what we're aiming to do here. Folks, here's Donnie. Donnie joined us about 16 months ago. Chipping away, not shooting the lights out, just chiseling away, nice and stable every single month. Remember I said 2 years, 24 months, get you to about 27 to 30,000 rand. He's about 16 months in here. 16 months, and he's on 24. I think he's on track for 30. I think 2 years down, he's going to be on 30, exactly as we modeled. He's going to be there. He says, Brendan, if I can increase my earnings at DuePoint by a couple hundred rand a month, and I do that every single month for 10 years. Can you imagine what I could be earning out of DuePoint? And that's what he does. He just chisels away at it there. And right now, he's got a channel worth 300,000 rand a year. Now, go to YouTube. You know the place you've never been to before, maybe? YouTube, DuePoint channel. Go and look at the testimony videos. Hundreds of individuals that are talking about how they earn 700 rand a month, 3,000 rand a month, 10,000 rand, 85,000 rand a month. They're all on our YouTube channel. Go and watch how they are building with the DuePoint system. That's the first way you earn. The second way you earn with the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards program. This is in addition to the returns. It is our training program. We train you from beginner to expert through this program, through a series of steps and programs. And as you complete the steps and programs, we reward you with XP. This is experience points. It is not worth any rands and cents for our Facebookers again. You get nothing. XP is simply a measure of how mature and experienced you are in our system. Naturally, as you become more experienced, and your channel will start growing. Where you meet the 2 criteria in our training program, we rank you up in the training program, and we reward you on those rank ups. In the beginning, a little bit of cash. As you get a little bit more serious, the cash gets a little bit more serious. And then we start to reward you with tools. Tools that we know will help you grow your channels. At rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick. It comes from the USA. It plugs into every electronic device in South Africa, and it's full of our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, everything that you need to connect people to DuePoint, whether you've got an internet connection or not. At rank 7, we give you your own business cards. Not the cheap set, imported, 12,500 rand set, gold gilded, gold printed, and custom made for you. It takes 6 weeks and 3 printers to put it together for you. And when you give people these cards, believe you me, they want to know who DuePoint is and what you do for them. It is a very powerful tool. You can see a set in our glass cabinet afterwards. Otherwise, find a few of these chaps. They're in the audience around here today. You can talk to them, take a look at what their cards are. They won't let you touch them, but you can at least see them. Folks, at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size every year that you do, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid. Every year, for the rest of your life, as long as you maintain your channel size. Now, what is important to remember and note, terminology is such an important thing. When you run off now after this to WhatsApp, Facebook, and Gumtree, which you're not allowed to do, but you're going to do anyway, and you say, hey, you can win a trip too. No, you can't. You do not win. There are no winners at DuePoint, only earners. Everybody will work and earn this trip. When you get to rank 9, you get to come away with us. Every single rank 9. Everyone. There's not the first 5, not the 5 I draw out of a hat. Every single rank 9 goes away with us. We're going away in December now, over New Year's Eve, not like the armpit end of the year. We're going actually when you want to go, over New Year's Eve. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We've got 2 full business class flights booked already of people coming away with us. Okay? This is happening out there. But I don't want you to get too excited, though, because you're rank 0. And rank 9 is a long way from rank 0. But you can get there. We've got about 100 days to go. Tight. But you know what's nice about DuePoint is you don't start at 0 next year. Whatever you build this year is what you start on in January to build to next year. So even if you miss it next year, you'll start with a year and a bit's worth of growth to get the next one. We go every year. every year. And so you can get there and build a different kind of future with DuePoint. Now, just so that we don't keep it all from you, we wanted to show you where we're going, even though you might not make it. Some of you might choose to make it, but we'll show you where. This is actual footage of where we're going at the end of this year. Whole lot of families coming with us. You, spouse, 2 kids, every year. That's what happens with us. And the choice is now yours as to whether you are going to put your head down and go for it. It's not an easy task, and it doesn't take 3 months, which is generally when most people decide they can't do this business. It takes time. But you can make it when you put your head down and you go for it. At rank 11, we give you another useful tool of your own. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not financed through us. You don't rent it from us. We don't give it to you and take it away. It's yours permanently. And our hope is that you will build your future with it here at DuePoint. Folks, every month we run, as part of our program of training, what we call Wealth Quests. Wealth Quests are designed to help you create sustainable and proper foundations to your channels. They have different criteria every month, and everyone who completes those criteria are rewarded with tools. Tools we know are going to help you. So for some months it's iPads, other months smartphones, smart TVs, Wi-Fi, data, routers, cash, all the things that you need to be building your channel. They can be earned through our Wealth Quest program. This month, our Wealth Quest happens to be building the dream team. We want people building teams of other people that have caught the vision, that are here for the long haul. What you got to do, and there's no chance of you achieving it because it's the 28th already, but it's okay. I'll give you an example here. This month, you had to put 2 people in and get them qualified. How do you qualify? Go watch the 6-minute video. All right. Get them qualified and get them all paid by the end of the month. And then we wanted no one canceling their wealth engineer status with us. We want people going for the long haul. If you could achieve that, you got your very own Apple iPad, not banana or funny tablet, an Apple iPad. that you can peel out of the plastic yourself and use as your tool here at DuePoint. Now, folks, on the 1st of September, there will be a brand new Wealth Quest. They run very strictly from the 1st to the last day of every month, and there'll be a new tool. Every month, it's new and available for you. So, I get a lot of people, smart people, saying, Brendan, I've done the maths and it doesn't work. Okay, that's a pity because we've got so many actuaries and accountants in this business, you'd hope the maths does work. Folks, how do we fund this business? Well, it's very important to understand that we come straight out of the traditional direct marketing industry, insurance and banking. What do we do to get to you, to get you to connect with us? We put adverts everywhere, TV, billboards, radio stations, SMSs, taxi campaigns, everywhere where we can stick adverts, we put them in the hope that you will connect with us. It costs us hundreds of millions of rands a month, billions per annum as the industry to get to you. Now, how do we pay for that? No one ever seems to ask that question. Well, what we do, we reverse engineer the price straight into your monthly payment. That's what you're paying for your funeral cover, what you're paying in your banking fees, your car cover, your home insurance, 35 to 50% of that is next month's marketing cost. That's how we've done it. Now, we've done exactly the same thing here at DuePoint. The only difference is we never advertise. You are never going to see an advert of DuePoint anywhere. Not anywhere. Why? Because we use you. You connect us to South Africans. You do the connection. And as a result, all that money, which was over $1 billion last year, spent in advertising in the industry, is now available to you and your channel. That's very simply how the mathematics works. Now, as DuePoint, we facilitate the purchase of the products in your channels. And we have 3 products. Our first is our Access Wealth. It costs 299 Rand a month. And for that, you get your very own tax-free investment. Everybody's now looking up. No, heck on. This is the important part. Folks, as a wealth engineer, the important part is income. Not my 3 products I'm about to talk to you about. Income. Because now you're going to want to know, no, Brendan, I need to know this because when I'm talking to people about Access Wealth, you are never, ever going to talk to someone about Access Wealth. No, I contract you out of it. As a wealth engineer, your task is to connect people. This is my job now. So the first product is our Access Wealth Plan. $299 gets you a very own tax-free investment account. It is a no-notice, no restriction period, no maturing period investment account. Whatever money's in it is immediately available to you. We take 100 Rand of the $299 and we put it in the investment account for you. And you have immediate access to it. It's yours, all right? Now, that 100 Rand means that this is actually only costs you 199 Rand a month. And for that, you get 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. And as I said, you're a wealth engineer. All the benefits of the DuePoint system. The second product we have is called our Wealth Guard. Our Wealth Guard product costs 274 Rand a month. And for that, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. There's no waiting period or deferred benefit period. The moment you've paid your first premium, you're under cover. There is no maximum age limit, so anybody can have it to their last breath. And there's no medical examinations and declarations. How are we able to do this? Well, you're dealing with the source. People say to me, who's your underwriter? We are the underwriter. You are dealing with the insurance company directly here at DuePoint. Now, our third product, one of our favorites, it's our non-insurance, non-financial services product. It is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. What it does is for 274 Rand a month, you get to be a member. As a member of our Buyers Club, you get access to all of our corporate negotiated discounts, vouchers, packages, and account managers across a whole host of suppliers that's ever growing. We're constantly adding. All the things you're already spending money on, data, groceries, travel, gifts, entertainment, all of those things are already in our list of suppliers, and you can now, instead of spending at the rate you're spending at, as a member of our WealthPoint products, you can, WealthPoints Club, you can now spend at the discounts that we have negotiated as a big corporate. Love this product. Fantastic testimonies of people using this product and saving thousands every month. That's our third product. That's it. As a wealth engineer, in addition to everything I've said, you get the support of us here at DuePoint. Our entire team is available to you Monday through Saturday. You can book us to sit with you and your channel, training, strategize, goal setting, motivation. We're here to do that with you and to help you. You get all of our IT and hardware maintained and upgraded to you at no cost. You get our facilities. If you're here in Gauteng, Monday to Saturday, you can use them. Boardrooms, breakaway rooms, free Wi-Fi, tea and coffee available to you. And as I said, folks, you have nationwide footprint. here at DuePoint. Nationwide, you can build your channel anywhere because of our live streaming and online technologies. You are not limited to this office over here. You can build anywhere in the country. So for us, we feel there's very little decision to be made. It's not really a decision about DuePoint. The decision, folks, is about whether you are going to change the way you think about income generation. That's it. You can continue on your treadmill to nowhere, like 99% of South Africans will, a treadmill to nowhere, or you can add this tool at no cost to you today. No money's coming out of your pockets today to become a wealth engineer, and you can start building immediately this tool that can potentially change everything about your future. You're going to have to put time and energy into it, but it can change everything for you. If you want to become a wealth engineer today, it's very simple. Go to our website, DuePoint.net, click the apply button. You can use your smartphone or your tablet, hook up into our free Wi-Fi, fill out the application form, and you're a wealth engineer. Your W number will be sent to you, and that's yours. That's your asset. It doesn't go into some kind of structure. It's yours. And you then take that and you decide whether you're going to make it magnificent or whether you're going to throw it in the bin and walk away, which you can do at no risk to you. Folks, we've got all the tools for you. If you want the tools, we got the tools. We've got our USB sticks. I told you, 150 Rand. You can order them at info@DuePoint.net if you can't get here, and we'll send them to you. We've got the power banks for your phones that keep going dead in the middle of application forms. Total nightmare, okay? Fix it. Get the power banks. We've got business cards that don't cost you 12,500 Rand, but are fantastic, that you can order from us. All the tools are available. Get them before you leave so that you are ready and equipped to start building your channels for us. And then, folks, we are moving around the country in the last 90, 100 days of the year. We're going to be down in Durban doing a live double presentation down there on Saturday the 16th of September, 500-seater venue, Ilangeni Hotel, right here on the beach road. If you want to join us and you want to start building a channel outside of the province you're in and in KZN, wherever you are in the country, make sure you are there that morning with your guys, and we'll be live 10 a.m. in the morning for an intro, 1 p.m. for training, development seminar. So not only can you get your guys in, we'll also do a whole training session with them, but you must book a ticket. The tickets are free, but you've got to book. You go to our website events, or you go to our app, and you click the events button, and you book yourself in. If you don't have a ticket, you can't come in. There's limited to 500 seats. And I promise you, we've already got tens of thousands of people in KZN, all fighting for the 500 seats. So get yourself in. I think there's only about 50 or 60 tickets left. So you want to get in. And we announced this on Saturday. So that's what I'm saying. Get yourselves in if you want to be down and start growing a channel in KZN. We'll be going to Eastern Cape the month thereafter. Folks, if you become a wealth engineer, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is our #1 resource. It is free to subscribe. And the moment we go live every day, your phone will ping. And the moment we upload videos, your phone will ping. You want to be subscribed to our channel. And then download our free app onto your phone. Use our Wi-Fi here, put it on your phone or your tablet. It plugs you straight into your channel in real time. In real time, you can see what's going on in your channel. Your tools are there. Your training is there. All your personal information and documents are there. Anywhere in the world, you are ready to move with the DuePoint app. Make sure you get it before the end of today. Folks, I think you can see how serious we are about what we're doing here. This is not one of those things you might have heard about before. It's certainly not something your father warned you about. This is a very, very serious thing that we're trying to do here. Look at the capital outlay that we have done, the people we have got involved, and you will know that we are determined to be part of the solution here. We are absolutely determined. And we want you to be part of it. If you've got questions and concerns, ask the people who brought you here, or come and talk to my staff. Get the answers before you leave today. Get them. But we don't want you leaving without this tool. Take the tool and start making some changes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks to all of you who've watched us live today.